Hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Muhammad Naqib bin Hussein. So today I feel absolutely delighted to present in front all of you, uh, especially the panel and the judges and all the lecturers. So today I will present about the fire risk assessment in high-rise office building in Kuala Lumpur. So today at first, and I will share to you a slideshow to present my dissertation. So we can start now. Okay. So fire risk assessment of high-rise office building in Kuala Lumpur. Basically, on this project, on this research, I will tell you about the type of what are the high-rise building, high-rise office building, the case study, and starting from the background, the problem statement, and all these finding and then the analysis. So we start the introduction. So we can see the background of study. Building needs to be built to have an appropriate level of fire protection to reduce the risk of heat and smoke. Um, Primary purpose to minimize the uh, fire within reasonable limits. Okay, and then to protect the content, also the assets of the building, at the maximum extent as possible. So we go to the research problem. Okay, the first one is according to Yakin 2009, high-rise building pose higher risk fire due to factors such as multiple types of occupants with different levels of education, culture background, and also lifestyle. So the second one is the majority of fire were caused by failure of electrical systems and improper maintenance of mechanical or electrical equipment, which is according to the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia in 2016. Okay, and the last one is according to Sun and Law 2014, effective fire safety management is important to minimize the risk of fire occurring and to mitigate the consequence of fire occurs. Okay, so within the study, I will tell you the aim and objective of the study. The aim of the study is to evaluate the fire risk assessment in the high-rise office building in Kuala Lumpur, and to achieve the aim of the study, the following objective has been set. Objective 1, to study the fire risk status in the high-rise office building, which is I will tell you detail after this. So the second objective is to evaluate the fire risk assessment during occupancy in high-rise building in Kuala Lumpur. So the third objective is to suggest an improvement on the extent of building fire safety awareness during occupancy in the high-rise office building. We go to the next slide. So for this one, I will tell you about the research question. So what is the research question? The first one is what is the status of the fire risk during occupancy in the high-rise office building? The second one is what is the understanding of fire risk assessment during occupancy in the high-rise office building? The third one, what is the condition of fire protection system in the high-rise office building? And the last one is what are the gap and what are the recommendation to improve the extent of building fire safety awareness in the high-rise office building? Okay, so the next one is the scope and limitation. So within the study, I do have the scope of work and also the limitation during this study. So the first one is to consider the probability when adopting base design for fire safety, and the limitation is on getting the information from the building management itself, and I also have the limitation on the time constraint, which is difficulty in getting the data and the time constraint in respondent feedback. And the last one is I also have the difficulties in accessing restricted room areas such as the VIP room, the electrical room, and also obtaining the complete building information such as a floor plan layout, because I'm dealing with two type of building which is considered as an old building. So some of the information is gone missing um, and difficult to get. So I go to the research methodology. Okay, uh, I have two, basically the primary data and also the secondary data. So the primary data are using the questionnaire, which is the interview-based questionnaire. And the second one is observation checklist, which is this is non-testing observation, and I just observe on the physical condition of the equipment in the building. So secondary data is called literature review, which I get um, information on the previous study about the fire risk assessment. Okay, then we go to the sampling method. Sampling method here, I will tell you the first one is the convenience sampling, which is in this method, the selection of element or sampling units is left primarily to the interviewer, which is me. Then the respondent are selected because they happen to be in the right place at the right time. And the numbers of respondent is not specific. It depends on the current timing during the distribution of questionnaire. So which means uh, when I distribute the questionnaire, I will interview the respondent and I will do the tick to collect all the data using the questionnaire that I made. So then the respondent doesn't need to fill up the form. And for example, here I give you the researcher may look for any respondent that they meet to conduct the questionnaire for sampling purpose. So this is one. This is basically what I do for the interview-based questionnaire. Okay, and then the second one is simple random sampling. Selected from the population in such a way that each item has the same chance of being selected as a sample. This sampling is similar to the lottery system, which is the winner are selected from a pool of contestants without bias. So, I will use the true random number generator to generate the floor, to conduct the checklist and to distribute the questionnaire. So, in this study, I'll be using the true number generator to generate the numbers. And then I will not go to every level, so I go to the numbers that has been generated. So that at each level, so people at the right place at the right time on that level will be my respondent. So my case study, the first one is Menara Pekeso Jalan Ampang. Menara Pekeso is located at Jalan Ampang, Taman Newton, Kuala Lumpur. Is considered as a 14-story of office area, 6 floor of car parks, 2 basement car parks around ground level, and 2 level of rooftop area. So this building was started occupied since 1998, which is the old building, considered quite old building, with a bigger capacity of approximately 900 staff of building occupant. So the second case study is Wisma Pekeso Jalan Tun Razak, which is located at Jalan Tun Razak itself, and this building is called Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur, which is one of the branch from the Menara Pekeso Jalan Ampang. Menara Pekeso Jalan Ampang is considered as a HQ building. So this building for Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur, this building is a 19-story office building with total car parks of 400 something base. It consists of 13 story of office area, 7 floors of car parks, 1 sub-basement car parks, ground, and also 1 level of rooftop area. So this building was started occupied since 2001. With approximately 500 to 600 building occupants, because this building doesn't have more staff for Pekeso, but more of this floor is rented to different office, which is such as Suruhanjaya Perumahan Negara Berhad, Mahkamah Perusahaan Malaysia, and others tenant, which is it covers half of the floor office area. So this one is the true number generator for Menara Perkasa Jala Ampang. So when using the true number generator, so this is the numbers that I get. So 10, so the floors, and same goes to the Wisma Perkasa Kuala Lumpur. Okay. On the research analysis. So I go to the research analysis. Uh, the data analysis on fieldwork observation and checklist. Okay. So as you can see here, this is the table of active fire protection system equipment, so which is I undergo the fieldwork observation and checklist. So as you can see, the score, I will rate it 1 to 5. So 1 is considered as very poor. Okay, 1 is considered as very poor. 5 is considered as um, considered as the high marks, high scale marks. Okay, which is very good. So then we go to the analysis. Okay, so this one is for active fire protection system. Okay, as we can see from the table, I generate to a spider web chart. Okay, the orange one is the Wisma Perkasa Kuala Lumpur. So from this chart, you can see, sorry. So from this chart, you can see a totally high marks goes to Wisma Perkasa Kuala Lumpur. Okay, and the lowest marks goes to Wisma Menara Perkasa Jala Ampang, which is the previous quite old building. Okay, so next we go to the passive. This one is passive fire protection system equipment, such as the landing door for lift, fire rated door, and also escape route. So this one is considered as a passive. The other one is active. So the active fire protection system is considered as the important, of the one of the important in fire system. So we go to the analysis. So this one is also from the table. I convert it into chart, so we can see that it's considered as a balance for the passive fire protection system. It depends on the building, which is Menara Perkeso Jala Ampang has changed the new lift for the building. So it shows that the landing lift door is much more on efficient compared to Wisma Perkeso Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, the escape route, okay, the Menara Perkeso Jala Ampang. I could say that they have three staircase. They have three staircase, so that people can go to the assembly point. Okay, and then the route compared to Wisma Perkasa Kuala Lumpur. Wisma Perkasa Kuala Lumpur, some of the areas has been blocked with office furniture and some and others which is have been blocked. So that's why I rated it as a lowest mark, because it blocked several of the escape route. Then we go to the interview-based questionnaire, which is the data analysis. So the first one, the aim of the interview-based questionnaire to establish the fire risk assessment during the high-rise office building. So this one is the second the second objective is I want to achieve. Okay, so the structure of interview-based questionnaire is section A, general information on respondent. Section B is the fire safety risk assessment. The section C is suggestion to improvement. Okay, so we go to section A. So the purple one on the left side is at the Menara Pekeso Jalan Ampang, which is 50% of the respondents that I get is male and the others is female. So while at the Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur, so the gender is more on female compared to male. Okay, so this one is the general information of the respondent. So as we can see, the pie chart on the occupation, the background occupation of the respondent, most of them, 40% of them are visitors. 40% of them are visitors. So only nearly half. So the labor department is considered as a tenant. Okay, the labor department is considered as a tenant, which is from the random sampling numbers, I get 9% of them are tenants. And then mostly half of them are from the Pekeso staff itself. And 40% of them is a visitor. So compared to Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur, you can see the corporate court. Corporate court is one of tenant, SPMB is one of tenant, Pekeso is the main staff there. So they also have the visitors. But compared to Menara Pekeso Jalan Ampang, I do have more respondent on visitors. So when I'm conducting this interview-based questionnaire, there are these two types of age distribution. So most of them are age 45 to 54 years old. Okay, but different in the Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur. So this building, I do have the 35 to 44 years old of respondent. And based on the questionnaire, so majority of the respondents said that this building are the office building. Okay, only 4% of them is said that this building are the commercial building because because this building has food court. This building has a convenience store, one convenience store. So same goes to the Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur, which is they also have food court and they also have this convenience store. Okay, and then 66% of the respondents said that this building have disabled people. Okay, same goes to Wisma Pekeso Kuala Lumpur. 86% of them said that this building have disabled people. Okay, which is most of them disabled people come from the visitor because they come to Pekeso to do their claim. And I would say that every day that the visitors come, is it possible with any of disability? Okay, we go to the section B, the fire risk assessment. Okay, on this section B, we have I would say nine types of fire risk. Okay, nine category. So the first one is common hazard. So at this question, I said I will ask respondent to identify did they know what are the common hazard. Okay, then 70% of them know that the ignition is the common hazard. So to identify the common hazard. Okay, and same goes to Wisma Kuala Lumpur. 80% of them knows what are the common hazard. Yeah? And then the fire alarms and detectors. 94% of them agree that the alarm sound well and working, and only 6% of them said that the alarm is not working. Maybe they at the time of they come to the building, there is no alarms trigger. So 94% is coming from the staff of Pekeso itself, which is they have undergoes the fire drill training, they have undergoes the false detection from the fire alarm. And then we go to the escape route. 74% of them said that the escape route is available and working, and only 26% of them said there's no escape route because Menara Perkeso Jalan Amba is located nearby the main road, and they doesn't have any dedicated area for assembly point. So the people who deal with the counter, which is located outside of the building, they doesn't see any escape route in the building. They only see that the escape route is go to the main road. That what they have seen. But different goes to Wisma Perkeso Kuala Lumpur. The escape route is there because what they believe that escape route is go to the assembly point, and Wisma Perkeso Kuala Lumpur has one dedicated field which is belongs to community of Kampung Baru, and they have dedicated the assembly point there. So people when during emergency, during fire drill, during emergency or fire occurrence, all these building occupant will will gather at the assembly point, which is shared with the Kampung Baru community, which is safe and also doesn't need any traffic block. But for the Menara Perkeso Jalan Ampang, if there any emergencies, if there any fire occurrence, they must have the traffic block because they need to gather the assembly point at the road. So in terms of signage and lighting, so this one also considered as one of the fire risks because during the fire occurrence, people need to see all the exit signage, all the emergency lighting. If the lighting and the signage is not functioning, so people can't see, building occupant can't see each way the escape route, which way go to the exit, the exit door. Okay, because during the fire occurrence, all the electrical will be uh, shut down in terms of safety purposes. So it's all depend on the uh, battery powered exit sign and also emergency light, which is can withstand for 3 hours without a normal supply of electrical. So you can see the how the distribution of people said that most of the 90% of them said that it is clearly visible, which means they can see the exit sign, they can see the emergency light. Okay, and during the fire, uh, only we can know that uh, the emergency lighting or exit sign is working or not. Okay, the firefighting equipment. So in this in this question, respondents said that they have trained and they have been instructed on how to use the firefighting equipment, especially the fire extinguisher. So every building occupant, including visitors or people that goes into the building, need to know how to use and has been instructed how to use the fire extinguisher at least. So and most of them been well trained and instructed. Maybe some of them are not familiar with the equipment, and it comes from the visitors itself. Okay, the fire safety training. Most of the staff there have attend and aware on what is fire safety, what are going to do when fire occurrence in the building. Some of them have no experience, didn't attend and aware what we're going to do when fire occurs in the building. Okay, people with disabilities. Okay, this one is considered as know that the building is provided with the disabled facilities or not. And this building provide the, I would not say the complete facilities for disabled people, but yes, they have the ramp. Only maybe we can talk about ramp. They have a wheelchair. They have a braille button in the elevators. They have a toilet for disabled. Okay, so these are the facilities that people want to see in the building. And the next one is evacuate, remove, reduce, and protect from risk. So most of them know that how to evacuate, how to remove, and how to reduce the risk. And others doesn't know nothing and follow the instruction given from the floor warden or floor marshal during the fire occurrence. Okay, the building emergency plan. 98% of them knows that where is the building emergency plan, which is considered as the layout for the escape route, which has been placed in every floor at the emergency staircase and also the lift lobby. Okay, so the section C is for suggestion to improvement. Okay, to improve, the respondent has given some of the suggestion. So I take it the three major of them. The first one is to provide an adequate training and knowledge to all building occupants. The second one is safety committee should aware and consider the use on and functionality of all related equipment. Okay, they need to do the regular checking. And also for the maintenance team, all equipment should be well maintained and recorded, including planned preventive maintenance. So for the conclusion, so we come to the end. This one is a conclusion. The main risk of fire found in the office building depends on how the building is being managed. So the lack of monitoring and maintaining condition of the firefighting equipment also could lead to major fire risks in the building. So after I gathered all the information, collecting the data from the interview-based questionnaire, from the observation checklist, I can see these are the conclusion that can be made. And the last one is to conduct the building fire safety awareness among the building occupant. So each of these conclusion come from the analysis findings that we got to answer all the research question, all the objective that we want to achieve. So I would say that I have achieved all the three objectives by using the method I made, by collecting the data that I made, and also I would share to the recommendation throughout this project, throughout this study. I would like to recommend that they need to carry out a thorough inspection. This need to be done on each electrical distribution board to identify any source of fire, because this building is considered as the quite old building, especially the Menara Pekeso Jalan Ampang itself, which is the HQ. This building have carried out too many modification, too many renovation works, but maybe they have lack on seeing through this electrical board. So the second one is should establish the safety, fire training and awareness campaign to provide building safety knowledge on fire risk. And the last one is building management should ensure all firefighting equipment is always in good condition. So that's all about my study and also my research on the fire risk assessment in a high-rise office building in Kuala Lumpur. So I am Muhammad Naqib bin Hussein. So that's my email, mnaqib.hussein@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for having me today. I do hope I do well, and also best wishes to all. Thank you for any of marks that you given. Feel free to reach me if you have any question. I'm here to help you and to explain what any doubt that you have. Okay.